What's going on, family? It's your boy Preach here. And you guys been asking me a lot of questions. And I want to go ahead and answer some of them. So one of the most common questions I get is, why is my face completely tattooed? And like, the simple answer is preference. You know, this is what I like to look like. But like, bro, tattoos help me tremendously in life. You know, I used to be sad all the time, bro. And when I was sad, tattoos brought me joy. And you know, I'm not sad anymore, and tattoos still bring me joy. You know, I never fit in with people. Like, I was popular in school, I partied, I did these things. But like, my whole life growing up, I never fit in, bro, mentally. I was always just a little bit different, bro. You know, in the way that I thought, and the way I paid attention to things. You know, my focuses were different in life than a lot of the people around me. And you know, when people look at me, they can instantly see that I'm not the average person. Now, you might think I'm worse. You might think I'm terrible. You might think I'm awful because I tattoo my face. Or you look at me and you don't judge me and you think you want to get to know me. You know, I do get stopped in public a lot by people that ask questions, say things. But most of it is positive, bro. Like, for real, most of it is positive. I've had a few, you know, unwelcoming circumstances from people. But most of the time, dude, like, I'm just being me, bro. Like, this is me. It's not for you. Like, this is just me being myself. This is just Preach doing what he wants to do. You know, and on to the next question. Yes, face tattoos hurt, bro. Face tattoos hurt. But a lot of my tattoos, I have hundreds of tattoos. I've been tattooed for 11 years this year. Over a decade of ink. And, bro, like, I have so many biblical tattoos, you know? And people say, like, oh, tattoos are a sin. Tattoos are a sin. No, they're not. Anybody saying that has not studied the history of markings and tattoos in the Bible. They're just repeating what they heard some Christian say. Because the only verse that people refer to when they talk about that is in the book of Leviticus, in the Levitical law, where it says not to mark your body. That was the same law that required animal sacrifice, restricted clothing, restricted diet, restricted hairstyles. Like, it was the, you know, these people want to quote that one verse out of context, but they're not making animal sacrifices. They're not following the diet. They're not following the clothing. You want to know why, bro? Because when Jesus died on the cross and resurrected, the new covenant began. We no longer live by the Levitical law and earn our way. We're given grace by God. And he says he no longer looks at the outer appearance of man, but he looks at the heart of a man. You go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 44. The men marked themselves the Lord's. They marked on their arms and their hands the Lord's. Go to the book of Revelation, chapter 19, talks about markings again. Talks about how Jesus will have a marking on his thigh when he comes back. The Bible talks about markings that are not inherently sinful. Can tattoos become sin? Yeah, sure. But I prayed about all my tattoos. Like, God is the most important thing in my life. If I thought tattoos were a sin, I would not keep getting them, bro, because God's more important than my wants. But you can't read the Bible, study the old law and the new covenant, and say tattoos are a sin, bro. And, oh, he destroyed his temple. He ruined his temple. What, bro? Because I don't look the way you want, I'm destroyed? Because I don't look like how you think a Christian should look, I must be a horrible temple. No, bro. Half the people saying that are fat. They don't even take care of their own body. They don't take care of their temple. Like, and not only that, when it talks about your temple in the Bible, it's not just talking about your physicality. What about your spiritual life? Like, are you praying every day? Are you reading your Bible every day? Are you rebuking the devil? Are you spending time in worship? You know? Because God requires us to pray to him, to worship him. You know, we have a responsibility to take care of our spiritual temples as well. You know, and everything's bad for your physical temple. Cupcakes are bad, sugar's bad, caffeine's a drug. You know, there's so many things that are bad. Okay? So you have to understand what's sin and what's part of life. You know, what makes you think God doesn't like the way I look, bro? When I put Jesus on my cheek, when I got Jesus tattooed on my face, what makes you think Jesus doesn't like that? What makes you think that, bro? Have you studied, or are you going off your own opinion, your own wisdom? I love you guys so much. This is Preach signing off, bro. Peace.